From Santa Clara, Caren Horstmeyer. Caren began her career with Santa Clara basketball in 1980. As a star on the court, she earned a number of records, most points in a game, season, and career, while playing in the most games in Santa Clara history. At the age of 25, she became the head coach of the Broncos women's basketball program, and her success continued. Her teams made 4 NCAA tournament appearances, won a WNIT championship in 1991, earned 6 regular season WCC titles, and 2 WCC tournament championships. After Santa Clara, she served as head coach of the East team at the U.S. Olympic Festival in 1993, and she's been active on the selection committees for the U.S. national team. She's received the Converse Coach of the Year Award and the Kodak All-American Team Award.
Caren Horstmeyer is a phenomenal human being. Not only was she a player here at Santa Clara and broke records and set the bar high for future student athletes to come after her, but she was able to really affect the lives of those in the community, those in the Santa Clara family, and inspire young athletes in the area to want to not only play for her program, but be better people. To me, the reason why Caren was a phenomenal basketball coach is because she was really able to balance her intensity with her sensitivity. Caren required a very high level of production at her practices. It was intense, it was difficult, it was hard. But then when we would get off the court, she was so nurturing. And I feel like that's really where her gift was. She was a coach that inspired you to be incredibly hardcore and determined, but she also gave you the tools necessary to be able to go out into the community post-graduation and become a leader. Beyond basketball and her career here at Santa Clara and then Cal Berkeley, she established the Caren Horstmeyer Girls Basketball Camp for young girls in the Marin community. And she said that it's more than just basketball, it's about life lessons. And when you're given the gift of being able to parlay your knowledge and your passion for a game to young girls and let them know that not everything is basketball and the lessons aren't all game related, but it's all about how you can take what she's giving you to make you more confident, to make you be the best that you can be, and she truly inspires the youth, which is our future. On behalf of Santa Clara University, it is my pleasure to induct Caren Horstmeyer into the 2019 West Coast Conference Hall of Honor class. Caren, this is such an honor, and no one is more deserving than you. Congratulations.
From Santa Clara, Caren Horstmeyer.
All right, Caren, well, we'll get started first. Your playing career, a lot of records there at Santa Clara. What are you most proud of as your time as a Bronco, as a player?
Well, first of all, one of my former assistant coaches, Jen Young, who's right there, just offered to wheel me up in a wheelchair because I'm not sure I can remember back that long ago. So what I can remember most about my playing career, I think probably is making all conference with some just, great players, great teams. And I had great teammates, and all of them really, help a player make those things. And I have to say my experience as a player was so great all around that I just love the entire experience.
And I mean, as a coach, you started with the Broncos at 25 years old, if you can go back that far as well. What would you say sticks out as the most memorable moment in your coaching career?
I definitely have a very and I can remember that. In my coaching career, because we won the NIT championship, but it was what led up to the NIT championship. The first year I took over Santa Clara, we were 7-21. The second year we were 9-19, and the third year we ended up 28-3. Why I remember that so well is at the time in the NCAA, they only allowed 48 teams in the NCAA tournament. Nobody had ever heard of Santa Clara. At the time before the NIT, we were 25-3. We did not make the NCAA tournament at 25-3. From there, we got the 8th out of 8th seed in the NIT. we got seeded against Notre Dame, who, you know, is always in the top 5 right now. They were the #1 seed in the NIT tournament, and we beat them by 16. We then came across Kansas, who had a player who was dunking in those days, 1991, dunking the basketball, and my players were like this. And I said, oh boy, this is going to be a good one. And we beat them by 3. And we went on to the championship against Indiana and ended up winning the championship of the NIT. And, you know, what's nice, and, you know, I'll thank them after, but my sister was on that team. I coached my sister for 2 years. I hadn't recruited her. She's here today. She was an outstanding player. And a big reason why we won the NIT, but that is clearly my most memorable moment, even through the NCAAs, but with that turnaround and the players and winning the NIT after having no respect, Santa Clara got put on the map.
As a player and then as a coach, how do you look back at your time at Santa Clara?
I would never give it up for anything. I'm so glad I had been accepted to UCLA. I was going to UCLA until July of that next year. And Ken Thompson was my basketball coach and offered the scholarship. I had always wanted to go to UCLA, and I made the choice to go to Santa Clara. It was the best choice I ever could have made, both basketball, coaching. I don't know where I would be now. Maybe I never would have been a coach had I been at UCLA, but the people, the camaraderie, everything could not have been better at Santa Clara University, and my time was fantastic.
And open to you, whoever you want to thank.
So many people to thank, and I will thank my husband first. Bill Horstmeyer, he's at this table, but I think one thing, if you've ever coached, you realize your significant other is the unsung hero, because they put up with the wins. Well, they didn't put up with the wins. They love the wins, you're happy, but they put up with the losses, right? You're not very nice sometimes after a loss. They're there, they're supportive, all those great things. So really, he's been the strength all these years, so I thank my husband, Bill. I have a great table here, which actually I'll get to you guys, but really I want to thank the WCC, Gloria Navarez, and Renee Baumgartner at Santa Clara, who's an awesome AD, but the whole Santa Clara athletic family that is the reason that I'm up here, and I really, really thank you guys very much. They're all at that table there. And then this table, I have not only family, friends, former coaches, but my family was always there. My mother, my aunt, my sister, they were always there. They traveled an hour and a half to come see every game I played, every game I coached. And that was pretty phenomenal. So I really want to thank them. And then I have some former classmates and, you know, my friends, and yeah, just awesome. Last and not least, though, I think it's really important to know, you know, how does this happen? It happens because of the amazing players I coached. Okay, the amazing players I coached and the amazing assistant coaches that I had. What I've learned over time, you surround yourself with great people. And, you know, that's why I'm up here. And I thank all of them tremendously. Once a Bronco, always a Bronco.
Thank you, Caren.
Waves Yearwood through. Spins in the lane. Tough shot by Tia Hay. She's got 20 points.
And she was a pleasure to coach and gave everything she could, and emotionally and physically to the program, and leaves certainly a great legacy.